Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. Some of you guys were asking if I would do like a tutorial style video on painting, and I thought, hey, why not? You know, as most of you guys know if you follow along on my build videos, we don't focus 100% on every little detail. We do kind of skip over a few things, and just for, you know, time restraints and just out of sheer boredom. But hey, if you guys want a video like that, I don't have any problem with it. So I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to do one of those videos. We've got the grill for Randy's Harley truck, and this would be a perfect video, perfect opportunity to shoot a video on how to paint step by step. So let's get started on it. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I want to get in here, remove this grill. This is a two-piece grill. I like to get this chrome one out of the way. Some of you guys might want to skip that step, tape it off. That's fine if that's what you want to do. I know a lot of times messing with this plastic parts, easy to break. You don't want to mess with it. I totally understand. But I've got a little trick that'll help with that. That'll help keep from breaking all the little plastic tabs. So hang with me. So I got my little heat gun here. Basically, it's very simple. Some of you guys probably already know this trick. I'm just going to put a little heat on there. That'll help soften the clip because that's hard, brittle plastic. It snaps super easy. I mean, it has hardly any flex to it at all. A little bit of heat to that. You don't want to get crazy with it. You don't want to heat it till it's smoking or anything like that. Just want to get it to where it's just a little bit flexible. It don't take a lot, and that'll make all these clips pop right out of there. So there's what you're left with. Look, not one single broken tab. All the tabs are still on it all the way around. Just a little trick you can do. It only takes a few extra minutes. Now it'll snap back together. We won't have to worry about anything being broken or anything. So I figured if I'm going to throw a tutorial video at you guys every once in a while, we would start off simple. This is just going to be basically you're just going to scuff it down with some Scotch-Brite. Get it off of my rag here. There we go. Just some Scotch-Brite. This is red. We're going to go through and scuff this down. This is not raw plastic, even though it does look like raw plastic. This actually comes with a primer already sprayed on it, and we know that because we've run over it with our Scotch-Brite in a little spot, rub our finger on it, and black comes off. If that happens, it is not raw plastic. If it's not raw plastic, there's no need for adhesion promoters and things like that. In fact, most adhesive promoters will actually, if you were to spray it on top of this, would kind of damage it. It would make it kind of blistery looking. So in this case, we don't need it. Okay, so we are completely scuffed at this point. And the way I do this is I go back and forth this way, and then I go back and forth this way, up and down, back and forth. Kind of creates a crosshatch pattern. I do that over the entire thing. You just want it lightly scuffed. Just want to kind of knock the shine off of it, make it kind of dull, and of course have that crosshatch pattern going this way and this way, and that should make it stick very well. At this point, we're going to lay down a little paper. Want a nice clean surface to paint off of. Okay, at this point I'm going to wipe the entire grill down with my cleaner. In this case I'm just going to use some glass cleaner. I've never had any problems in the past with it, and I will not touch the surface of this grill one more time with my bare hands at all. From this point on, if I do touch it, it'll be on like the tabs or on the back side or something like that. No more touching with the bare hands. When doing the cleaning process, you want to make sure to flip your rag over constantly. As soon as it starts to show dirt and dust and things like that, even just a little bit, flip the rag over. Always try to maintain a clean side, and if you have to, get a new rag. Don't smear all the dirt and the dust and the contaminants around. You want to actually wash them off. So constantly flip your rag over, make sure the rag stays clean. Okay, so now that we've got our surface prepped and cleaned, we'll go over it with the tack rag real quick. Again, same thing with the tack rag. You want to keep the tack rag flipped over to a clean side. As always, just go over it nice and slow. Don't go too fast. That can actually create static electricity, which will attract dust. I'll even go as far as to tack off the paper underneath as well. We're going to be using our Eastwood 5-stage turbine system today. We've been using that on some other projects. It's worked out very well for us. We've been using it on the 350Z project and the Dart, the Dodge Dart. It's done very good for us so far, and I'm just going to continue on using it. We'll use it on this grill as well. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. The base coat is now dry enough to run over it with the tack rag. If it's not dry enough to touch it or to run over it with the tack rag, it's not dry enough to put the next coat on. Always remember that. You want this coat to be dry to the touch before you put the next coat on. We will be spraying a second coat on this, but believe me, 2 coats will be more than enough. We're spraying black over black, so it's not going to take much to cover complete. Same as before, go through here, tack it off with your tack rag after it's dried enough to do so. Usually 10-15 minutes, just kind of depends on the temperature. It's pretty hot outside here, so it doesn't take no time to dry right now. All right, so now that I'm done, when it comes to cleaning the gun, basically, real simple. I just put a little cleaner in it. This is just wash grade lacquer thinner is all it is, cheap stuff. Shake it up real good. Get me an old empty can that I don't need for anything. Squirt it right in there. And I'll do that a few times, get it nice and clean in there. And then I'll add a little bit to it. Go over, plug it in, spray just a little bit through the nozzle, and that's it. It'll be clean. Some guys will tell you to take this apart, put it inside of here with some thinner, and that's fine. You can do all that too if you want. I do take this apart and clean it out every so often, but typically this is how I clean it each time, and it seems to work just fine. So there's our final results. Nice and smooth. We'll let this sit overnight and we'll clip that grill shell in there. The black shell surrounding that chrome grill ought to look really nice. And there you have it, just a quick little video on how to paint something. I figured the grill would be a good starting point, something quick, simple, easy, no body work, no blocking, none of that kind of stuff. Now in upcoming videos, I'll throw one out to you guys every now and then if you're curious on how to go through the body work phase, those kind of steps, priming, blocking, all that stuff. We could go into detail. I'll throw a few little short videos out here and there on that, explaining that. Appreciate you guys watching. Check out my Instagram, like, share, all that good stuff. Subscribe. I really do appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see y'all next time.